The Bear Season 1, created by Christopher Storer, is a refreshing and emotionally gripping series that delves into the chaotic world of a struggling Chicago sandwich shop. The show centers on Carmy Berzatto, played by Jeremy Allen White, a talented young chef who returns home after the death of his brother to take over the family's sandwich shop. A deeply human exploration of grief, responsibility, and the pressures of running a small business in an emotionally charged environment. At its core, The Bear is about navigating loss, family dynamics, and pursuing excellence in a flawed environment. While the premise of a culinary setting might suggest a traditional food drama, the show instead leans into raw human emotion and character-driven storytelling. Carmy struggles to balance his culinary ambitions with the chaotic realities of the restaurant, compounded by the emotional baggage of his brother's death, provides a compelling narrative. Themes of grief, addiction, family loyalty, and redemption ripple throughout the series, giving it weight and resonance beyond its surface story of a kitchen in disarray. One of the greatest strengths of The Bear is its well-developed, relatable characters. Carmy is a complex lead, portrayed with a balance of vulnerability and quiet strength by Jeremy Allen White. He is surrounded by an eclectic and often dysfunctional ensemble, each with their own stories and reasons for staying in this struggling kitchen. Sydney, Ayo Edebiri, is a young, ambitious sous chef who brings her own energy and vision to the shop, while Richie, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Carmy's unpredictable cousin, adds volatility and unpredictability. These dynamics make for rich interpersonal drama, as each character's personality clashes or meshes with the others in ways that keep the tension high throughout. The acting in The Bear is excellent, with Jeremy Allen White leading the pack. His portrayal of Carmy is nuanced and subtle, conveying deep emotional turmoil through restrained and understated performances. The cast, especially Edebiri and Moss-Bachrach, create an authentic atmosphere that makes the viewer feel immersed in the kitchen's high-pressure environment. Even in the quieter, more reflective moments, the performances are strong, helping to build empathy for the characters and their personal struggles. The series excels in creating a visceral, high-stakes atmosphere without relying heavily on action or melodrama. The tension of the kitchen scenes is palpable, with rapid-fire dialogue and chaotic pacing that mimics the pressure cooker environment of a real restaurant. The show also captures the grittiness of Chicago, using the city as a backdrop to highlight the challenges of running a small business in an urban setting. The cinematography is tight, often following characters in claustrophobic, handheld shots that further enhance the frenetic energy. Despite this intensity, The Bear knows when to slow down and offer moments of emotional reflection, balancing the chaos with quieter, more intimate scenes. The pacing is key in maintaining engagement without exhausting the viewer, creating a rhythm that mirrors the ebb and flow of life in a professional kitchen. One of the most striking aspects of The Bear is its authenticity. From the dialogue to the way the kitchen operates, the show feels real. The characters use kitchen slang, deal with the practical problems of running a restaurant, financial pressures, broken equipment, interpersonal conflict, and the stress of the job. Food plays a role, but it's not romanticized. The series portrays the gritty, grueling side of the culinary world, making it more about survival than celebration. This grounded approach makes the show accessible even to those who aren't particularly interested in the culinary arts. What sets The Bear apart from other workplace dramas is its emotional depth. The kitchen is not just a place of work, it's a battleground for deeper personal issues, particularly Carmy's unresolved grief. The way the show handles mental health, especially in relation to trauma and stress, is both sensitive and unflinchingly honest. Instead of dramatizing these issues for shock value, The Bear uses them to explore how people deal with personal loss and cope, or fail to cope, with their past. The writing in The Bear is sharp, natural, and at times poetic. The dialogue moves fast, especially in the kitchen scenes, but it never feels forced or unnatural. Characters communicate in a way that feels true to life, often speaking over one another, cutting each other off, and using the shorthand that comes from years of shared experience. The show's humor is dark and understated, often arising from the absurdity of their situation rather than from scripted jokes. Season 1 of The Bear is a gripping and raw portrayal of the intersection between professional ambition and personal turmoil. It's an unflinching look at how trauma and grief manifest in everyday life.